Welcome everybody. My name is George. I've been working with NLIS since its inception back in 1999 and going to show you a few things about NLIS. We made a change a few years ago when we introduced a thing called My MLA. It's just a way to log into all of your products. So we're going to log into NLIS today via My MLA. So we're going to go to the homepage, nlis.com.au. Log in via My MLA. The beauty about this is it enables you to put all your accounts, your LPA, your MSA, NLIS, ENBD, all the accounts together. It's just an email address and the password when you first get set up. So I can link these are all the services I have linked: my LPA account, my NLIS account, ENBD, and my feedback. Today we'll just go through NLIS. So that's the big advantage of having My MLA. You don't have to remember all your different passwords after the first time you've logged in and linked them all together. So you just click on Link More, and then you can link all your other services. Today we'll go to NLIS. I'll continue to NLIS. These are my two NLIS accounts I've got linked. Today we'll go through the producer account. This is my test account, what I use to demonstrate. So log in, and that takes us to the home page. And up here it's got the producer home page. And up here we have a help button. Click on the help, click on help tools. We have a long list of help tools if you're working on sheep individual, that is EID for sheep. Some of these are old, but they're still valid and they're still in use, and we are going to update a lot of these. So there's a whole heap of different tech tips you can use that'll help you run reports or upload data. Just click on them and just open up. Go back home. The first thing I do is I click on this hide header, especially if I'm doing a demonstration, because it gives us more real estate to play with. It just hides all this blue stuff. Click on hide header. And first thing you need to do is make sure that your details are up to date. When you interact with NLIS, we notify you. Every time you do an upload or someone does an upload with devices on your property, you get notified. So click on this change. It allows you to update your email address. The other thing you need to do is click on I want to work with, and they're all your different species. If you want to add sheep individual, if you don't have that on your list, from this homepage, I want to click on that, change my types of livestock. The very first thing, click go, and you can say, well, I'm not working on goats, I'm more working on cattle. So you can untick cattle. If you no longer have cattle, or if you put in EID in your sheep and goats, you tick on that sheep EID, sheep individual, which is the EID. That's how you change or add your species. But today we're going to go through a quick demo on how we transfer livestock. And as Elizabeth mentioned, it's your responsibility to notify the database if you have animals coming onto your your property. So the first thing we click on is I want to, and these are the change in your account details. This bit here, under the heading notify the database of, are making changes. So if an animal dies on your property, you can set that to deceased. If your tags have fallen out, you can set those tags to inactive using device status. Today, we're just going to go through livestock moved onto my property. Once again, it's your responsibility to do this. Don't rely on anyone else who says they may do it, and I'll show you how you can see if they've done it. The first thing Elizabeth said was, or one of the things Elizabeth said was, there'll be an upload ID, but we'll check that later. So I want to record livestock moved onto my property. Click go. And SA camelids, for those who are involved in the industry, are your South American camelids, which are your llamas and alpacas. But the easiest way to do it is to type it in on screen. So I want to type in the details manually on screen. Click on this. And there are 6 pieces of information you need to put in. For those who've used this for cattle, there's 5. So we've got an extra field, which is this number of head. I'll go for that when I get to it. So I've already copied the tags. Now you can either get the visual number, that's the number printed on the outside of the tag, one of the slides that Elizabeth showed you with those different coloured tags. So there's a number printed on the tag, and the S, as she pointed out, is your sheep tag. And this is what the visual, so the RFID or the electronic number looks like. It's just numbers. There's 3 numbers, there's a space, followed by 12 numbers. So we put the tag numbers in. Where they move into, this is your property. A majority will only have 1 pick. In my case here, I've got 2. So they're moving on to my second property, which is this QDZZ3333. This is again my test pick. Where are they coming from? QBZZ2222. That's where they're going from. Label number. Let's make a number up. They're moving today. And there's 20 head. There's not 20 tags here. And this is the purpose for the number of head. So there's only 10 tags or 10 animals with a tag in the ear that have moved on. However, there were 10 other sheep that moved onto my property that did not have a tag. And that's because in the initial stages, where you only have to tag lambs born after 1 January 2025, you may have a mixed lot of sheep, mixed flock of sheep. Some are tagged, some are untagged. So this identifies that 20 moved on, but only 10 have a tag. Click continue. Confirming this is what you're doing. You're moving to this pick, from this pick, with that NVD serial number, the date, number ahead, the tag numbers down here, and we hit send. That's now going to the database. Once again, the upload ID that was mentioned before. So if an agent does it on your behalf, or if the seller does it on your behalf, and it's not their responsibility, but sometimes they do it. So if the seller does it on your behalf, ask them for this upload ID. This particular upload is unique in that it actually breaks into 2. Breaks for the 10 tags and then a mob of 20. So you keep that as a record. And then we go down here and go view my transaction history. This is going to show us what I've done on the system today. So I click on this. From the 25th to 25th, so what's happened today. And I uploaded this file and it's split it into 2. So that's the file. I've got a warning and a complete. So I click on what this warning is. And this is saying that the animal was not on the animal is EU eligible to be transferred to an EU pick. So it's a warning. It's not a problem in the sense that it has been transferred. However, it's gone on to a property, an EU pick when it shouldn't have. So part of the EU rules, the ball has got to be EU accredited. But as a warning, it says that it's gone through, so not an issue. And that's the simple process of uploading a file and checking using your upload ID. And you would also receive an email with these details. So click on home again. Next thing we're going to look at is how do we check? So if you've bought animals through a sale yard or through an agent and they've told you they've done the transfer, you want to check. Or you sold animals and you want to check that they've gone out of your property, the person who's received and has done the transfer. Or if the agent said they've done the transfer for you, you want to double check. So I want to go down to the report section now. View generate all reports. Oh, sorry, view generate all reports. There we go. It takes you to a list of all the reports available for your account. So we're going to look at livestock that's transferred onto my property, onto PIC. Look at what's moved on to this PIC, which we just did the transfer for today. And there's a list of tags. There are the sheep tags. That was the EBD number we used. 4001123. So that was it. And this is the proof that you have done the transfer. Very simple, very quick. Once again, to reiterate what Elizabeth said earlier, you can have a play. You're not going to kill the system. You can go in there and say what's moved on in the last month. More. So play with it. You can always confirm and check that animals are moved off in the same way, just by clicking on what's moved off the property. So I'll go back home and back to this page. This time we'll check a few more reports, so view generated reports. And the one that we get asked, probably the second most run query for us from a producer level, is this one here, devices purchased. So what tags have I bought from my tag manufacturer? We'll go back for 12 months. This will give us the list of all the tags. And what people normally do is they copy and paste the tag numbers and put that into their software system. It's called the tag bucket file. Most people know it as the tag bucket file. Normally not this slow, but as it always goes when you're doing a demo, it always runs slower. So I'll show you how you how you export the data and use it into your tag bucket file. Some of you will be running software, and this could be for your sheep, for your cattle, it doesn't really matter, but you just download the data and use it to manage your livestock. Well, while that's running, I'll run on another one on the side. I said that was a very popular report. The most popular report we have is search the PIC register. I've just logged in a separate browser using my Chrome now. Search the PIC register. This is the PIC that I just used. It tells me, again, my account, this is my details. So if you receive a notification, say an animal came on your property from another PIC, or it moved off it onto a PIC, and you want to know who that PIC is, who that PIC owner is, could be your neighbour, you type in this report called search the PIC register, type in the PIC, and you can hit go. You can use other tools parameters to find it. This is our #1 most run report. I'll run the same report off this one. Livestock transferred, devices purchased. All the tags I bought in the last 12 months. And this one's going to be slow as well. Hopefully it'll come up soon, but that's all I was going to show you. And how to export the data, but the report's still running. Shut that one. There were 1,000 tags. There were 1,000 tags put on this, which shouldn't make it this slow. I mean, we actually did a webinar last night, and the whole process when I ran this only took 3 or 4 seconds. Not sure, Sheree, if you want to take over, and then I can show them when it comes back up.
Thanks, George. I was thinking, you showed us the manual upload of the tag numbers. Do you think you could just talk everyone through? I don't know if you can do it because your system's trying to produce that report, but can you talk about the way you could do it through a file upload?
So in a file, you open up Excel and you just put the exact same fields. So you put the tags in, remember there were 6 fields. So you put the same data in Excel in column number 1. You put the tag numbers, column number 2, where their tags are coming from, or the animals are coming from. In the 3rd column, where they're going to. So just the pick, from pick, the to pick, the NVD, the serial number, and then the number of head in the last column. It's just an Excel spreadsheet.
And what about if you could maybe just explain how people get that Excel spreadsheet with the tags?
They just open up Excel like this. Paste those 10 tags.
And they get that through their reader.
Yeah. Again, I read these. I eyeballed the animals with this, and these I got via a scanner.
Right. So those numbers, they came to you through the scanner and you just copied them into an Excel spreadsheet.
You just type in the tag. So the pick number. Like we did before. The serial number. The date they moved. Now you can see why it's so much easier just do it online. You save that and you upload that where it had before, where it was a manual. You actually do it just below it, upload a file.
Yeah, we can link resources into the the pack that'll come out that'll have the guides on how to do both those methods. So
yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with this report, but
still trying to process. It's a lot of tags.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 1,000 tags, so
Mm.
it shouldn't take that long. I mean, we did the demo yesterday, or didn't do a demo, sorry, we did a webinar yesterday with Tasmania.
Tasmania. Okay.
So that's it.
So I think that sounds really good, George. Thank you very much for stepping us through all of that. And the recording will come out so everyone can retrace George's steps in that.
And we'll insert in the recording, we'll insert what the upload looks like.
Hang on. Before you go, George, there's a question. What happens if the system drops out while recording? It's a question that's come in.
So you would look at the upload, so you go to your transaction history, and you look for like we showed you before, go to your transaction history, view my transaction history, and you have a look to see if that upload was successful.
Okay.
And if it's not there, then you re-upload the file.
Then you what, sorry?
Re-upload the file, so you start again. So if it wasn't there, then you just start again.
Okay. All right, George. Look, thanks very much for that. I think we might move on now to Denise
Just
to take
you 5 seconds. It may be ready, like may have corrected itself.
Yep.
If you want. If it doesn't come up in a few seconds, then we'll leave it. Doesn't come up after 4 or 5 seconds, then we'll leave it.